Hello, two awesome movie nerd watchers. This is Elliot, and I am broadcasting to you from a satellite location. If you are very observant, and God knows each and every one of you are, you will notice that I am broadcasting to you live from Abby's home studio. The reason for this is because my computer is currently on the fritz, and I was intending to record my thoughts, my response to Abby's challenge earlier today, but unfortunately that did not happen. So, the challenge was to come up with a great film about magical realism. Now, my first instinct was to go with a film like Pan's Labyrinth. It's an absolutely great movie filled with lots of magical stuff, but also takes place in, Franco, Spain, and dealing with that whole sort of stuff, and you're going to be running into a lot of fascism today, my friends. However, I didn't think that was realistic enough. It seemed far too based in the magical to really fit. So then I was thinking a little more obtuse take on the question. So how about Chasing Amy, directed by Kevin Smith? For those of you who haven't seen it, great film. The entire plot is based around a straight comic book writer and artist who apparently makes a lesbian fall in love with him, and anybody who has any friends who are lesbians knows that that's not how it works. So that's sci-fi / magical realism in and of itself. So then I decided to go with a completely different route. I am choosing the Robert Redford classic, The Natural. It's a great movie, fantastic. A baseball movie, which means it's near and dear to my heart. But Roy Hobbs as this amazing baseball player surging late in his life after being shot, falling in love with Glenn Close. It's fantastic, and I could describe all the magical stuff to you, but you know what? If you haven't seen it, then that would just mean that you were missing out. So that is my review. But now, seeing as how I am in Abby's home studio, Abby's here, and we're going to talk about The Miracle at St. Anna.
Thank you, Elliot. Hello.
Absolutely.
Hello there, movie nerds.
Hello.
All right, how are we going to do this? I told Elliot earlier that I was going to do this because I thought that it would be symbolic, just to tell you basically how I feel about this movie. Here's my ticket. This is what I'm going to do with the ticket. Just watch. Oh, the release. The release this is giving me. You have no idea. Oh, thank God.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, it was a miracle that we survived this movie. So bad.
You know that thing in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where they talk about Vogue on poetry and how bad it is, and how at a performance one man survived only by chewing off his own leg? That's how bad this movie is.
In fact, I would take a year of constant Vogue on poetry before watching this film again.
Mm-hmm. Complete with ode to a slimy green piece of putty I found in my armpit one midsummer morning. Complete
Brilliant
with
piece.
That, yes. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely horrendous. Okay, so for those of you who haven't heard, and I bless your hearts because you're about to hear about this thing, and I wouldn't want to inflict this on my worst enemy. Miracle at St. Anna is Spike Lee's attempt to make a World War II movie, but seeing as how it's Spike Lee, he can't just make one movie. He has to make 7 movies at once. And so we not only have a World War II movie, we have a World War II movie that is talking about race, we have a World War II movie that's talking about race and political activism in Europe. I mean, by the time I was, by the time I finished counting all of the plot threads and ideas and themes and messages, I was literally knee-deep in subtext and nauseated. Ugh.
At one point, I tried to make this movie fun. I tried to make fun of it.
We both did.
Yeah, but then at a certain point, you get tired. You get so tired. Just everything about this movie,
Let's
so bad.
Let's just break it down from the top. Okay, plot, completely incoherent. You can't follow a single thing. Cast, decent, except for the random, completely messed up cameos from people like John Turturro, John Leguizamo. What was Gordon Levitt doing in this movie?
No idea. They just show up for like 5 seconds. In fact, when John Leguizamo came on screen, he had like this 1-minute cameo where he looks at a newspaper and throws it out the window. And I said, is that the only time that John Leguizamo is going to be in this movie?
The answer? Yes.
Oh, unbelievable.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep breaking it down. How about the music, Abby? What'd you think about
Horrible. Oh, it was so bad. The music is almost the last nail in this movie's coffin. Almost. It gets worse.
There are plenty of nails, though.
Oh my God, yes. It's like the whole thing is just covered in nails. But anyway, Yeah, the music, it's very heavy-handed. Whenever Derek Luke does his monologues about race, which he has at least 2 of.
There are 3.
This, kind of strong piano and horn music going underneath it, so it's poignant and important. And when the Nazis come on screen, it's very ominous and boom, so they're bad.
Because, in case you didn't know, folks, Nazis are bad.
Mm-hmm. But not all Nazis, apparently, because some of them pray.
Apparently a godless state where the state is God. Religious folk. Who knew?
Go figure.
And the thing about this, the music, that really drove me crazy, is it tries to be so West Side Story, where, like Abby said, everybody has their own theme, but you have 13 or 14 segments of people that you're going to be watching. It's a cacophony of sound. It's absolutely horrendous. Because let's see. Let's count them down, shall we? You have the Germans. You have the partisan Italians. You have the fascist Italians. You have the heroes, the black Buffalo Soldier heroes. You have the Buffalo Soldiers who aren't the heroes but are still sympathetic to the heroes. You have the white army guys who are not sympathetic toward the heroes. You have the white army guys that are sympathetic toward the heroes. And then you have this confused little Italian child who should have died 10 minutes into the film. You know what? I actually wish that he would have just succumbed to death. That way he wouldn't have had to witness the horrors that befell the rest of the film. Pretty
much. But that's eight groups, I think. Or what's 2 times... I don't know. Too many. Brain hurts.
It's absolutely absurd. Okay, so that's the music. Let's talk about the direction, shall we? Spike Lee is so visually...
He's all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, there's a certain level of retardation that happens here where his style is just arrested by him trying to do too much at once. So much so that I got, like, headaches a little bit.
Yeah.
There was a section in this movie where their camera work was so shaky and stuff. It reminded me of the first episode of Lost when Jack's on the plane and all of a sudden the camera starts shaking. I swear to God, it was like the exact same kind of headache. Although, let me tell you, folks. People in this movie don't move that fast.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They're slow.
The Germans take days to march. The soldiers take, long periods of time to sitting around and reflect. And there is this one character who must have weighed at least 350 pounds.
He's a big guy.
Massive dude. The army would never accept somebody with such a physical standard. He wouldn't beat a regulation weight. There's no chance. No chance at all.
There's so many things about this movie that make no sense. There's the part with the Italian lady who, by the way, is a total hoe bag. Just
complete.
Just standing in a field, taking off her shirt. Oh my gosh! Topless? What? In front of another person.
Apparently that happened back in World War II.
They're European. What are you going to do? They live a different way than we do.
Very confused people.
I mean, far be it from me to condemn them.
Absolutely. To sum this all up, and I think Abby and I both know that this has been a bit of a verbose going. The fact is, this movie was horrendous. This movie tried to be too many things. This movie tried to be preachy and campy and visually, stunning at the same time. And everything fell apart. Folks, this is the Titanic on cinema. Let me tell you that. The ship, from the first frame that the ship is going down. From the first time you see the protagonist that you are not in friendly waters and that you are about to be either eaten by sharks, freezing to death, or be pushed off into the ocean by a desperate Kate Winslet who's riding a tabletop. Okay? That's what you know from the beginning of the freaking movie. I'm sorry. There are very few things that enrage me to this level. Bad movies like this, you know what? A movie this bad is almost fascist. Almost. It wants to inflict this on you. And you know what? I, for one, A, want my money back. B, I want my 2.5, 3 hour, 15 bajillion hours back, and I want my sanity back, because I feel as though I've lost a certain part of it. So, I'm done. He's
done. I think I'm done too. So, I guess that's it for now. Have a good week, everybody. Don't go see this movie. Go see something else.
For the love of God, if you have any humanity left in you, if you have a soul, don't go see it. But, you know what? We're the 2 awesome movie nerds, so go forth and watch.
Bye, but not this movie.
Not this one. Not this one. Please don't go forth and watch this one. Different one. Thank you.
Bye.